They're the liberal rednecks. They like cornbread and butt sex. They care way too much but don't give a fuck. They're the liberal rednecks that makes some people upset, but they got 3 big old dicks that you can suck.
Are we here?
Here we are. Yeah. Here in the hotel room in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's 9/11 somewhere. And that, everywhere, in fact. Happy
Most
9/11,
places.
everybody. And on that note, we've got Staten Island's finest over here. In honor of 9/11, we invited
Mr. Cannoli himself.
Mr. Cannoli, friend of the show, Peter Revello, to come back. Hey, buddy. You going to give him
Yeah,
a
I know.
mic?
Yeah, I was to say we have to share a mic, and then they put the mic in front. I'm happy to be here, boys, on 9/11. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a big day for y'all, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to leave out your cookies and milk.
You're Staten Island, you're Italian, like, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's been there, 9/11. It's a fun time, Come on down to New York City and enjoy.
In your, like, extended family, how many cops who have beat their wives?
None. But it's just I have a small family.
Yeah.
They're not cops.
They're not cops. No, they're not allowed. Yeah, they're not allowed to be police officers, but they have the heart of police officers,
Swollen and gorged,
Yeah.
lined with fat and all that stuff.
No, we're trim. We're trim. But,
Trim peoples.
Yeah, but cops in NYC are fat. They are.
Yes.
They are big boys. It's disgusting. I don't know why. I don't know. They don't run any. I guess it was they shoot. That's why.
That's a weird thing. That's always been a weird thing to me that, like,
We saw 2 big fat fuck cops here in Raleigh
Just the
yesterday,
worst.
and I was just like, dude, look at that.
bald,
Just bald,
Pale,
fat,
fat.
not hitting.
their family hates them. Yeah, they did suck, though. And I know nothing about them except for surface level, but that's enough. It's weird to me. It's always been weird to me that, like, I know in order to become a cop, you do have to, like, go through. I mean, it ain't enough, whatever the fuck it is, but, like, you do have to, like, go through training and, like, be in some type of shape to become one. But then the second that you become one, they're like, okay, now you can just be as fat as you want to be.
Yeah, apparently.
That seems to be what it is. Like, there's no, like, re-up. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, every year you got to lose 20. Like,
I had to take CLE classes when I was a public defender. Like, I had
fuck
to
is that?
keep learning
Cleveland.
law.
That's like Cleveland
I had to learn
classes.
Cleveland law.
run on.
Yeah.
Continuing legal education.
Oh, okay.
But my point is, like, every professional, every profession, that's the word I'm looking for,
Yeah, yeah.
has to re-up. And they just don't have to physically. I'm sure they have to keep taking weapons trainings or something. You wanna
Well,
keep
they
shooting
get
the black
enough of that
guys.
every day. Yeah, they make sure not to stay rusty in that field. But, like, that is crazy. Like, everything, it's like, yeah, we got to, like, go to a conference or blah, but they just get to be fat. And not for nothing, but, like, you will probably be a little bit more trigger happy if you know you ain't going to have to run.
Right.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I normally I just chase this fucking guy, but
I might have a heart attack if I do.
Right.
This is the only way for me to survive.
Remember that lady at the show last night who said
It was too soon.
she said I was gonna come. So we are filming this. We're recording this on 9/11. So last night was September 10th. We had shows,
and we are very aware this is poor, shitty, fucking quality. But we're in a hotel.
We're in a
so.
hotel.
I
So-
thought you were about to be like, we're very aware this is poor taste to be making fat cop jokes, and then you just
On 9/11?
didn't. It for me.
Last night was September 10th. We had shows at Good Nights. This lady at one of the shows said, I was going to come tomorrow, but I just couldn't handle seeing you guys on 9/11. Or something like that. And we were just like, we just laughed. We were
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Do you think that was like, I personally can't be out and about, or I know y'all?
I couldn't tell what she meant by it, honestly. But then she said
I
it was
hope it
too
was-
soon.
yeah.
She said too soon and kind of laughed. So maybe she was just hitting. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean.
It seemed like a sincere sentiment, the first part, I thought. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't want to see y'all on 9/11.
Right.
But I don't know.
I think this is like, I've been doing stand-up for a lot of years, but I do not remember actually ever doing stand-up on 9/11.
I have no idea, dude.
I think that'd be something I'd remember because I would have definitely gone on stage and done something in poor taste.
Pete, were you there at Caroline's the night I lost it on that? It was a lady, but I thought it was a guy.
Not a good start. No, I wasn't there, but I like it already. Misgendering and 9/11?
Yeah.
All right. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
It was a bad read. I had a joke. There was a pause in it, and it was about being on mushrooms and not wanting the cops to come. even though somebody was bleeding out or whatever. And anyway, I get to this pause, and somebody said something, and I thought they said, that's a bad joke. And it made me so fucking mad because in my
What's
mind,
really funny is
everybody
he
heard
had been
it.
having a really, really, really good set.
He was
all the
crushing.
way
He was
up until
fucking
that point.
murdering.
We were at Caroline's, and he was doing so great. A lot of his friends, I guess you were not among them, but a lot of his New York buddies were in the back. We were all standing in the back watching. I was like, man, Drew's killing it or whatever. And then all this
Like a
happened.
top fiver. Ethan was there. I was on cloud fucking. That's why I got so mad. I thought
Yeah, that's why
everybody
he
heard it.
self-destructed.
I thought everybody heard it.
We didn't even hear what
Right,
the person said.
but it was
at all.
so loud to
No.
me. Everyone heard that's a bad joke right before I'm about to get on off stage. So I was like, "Fuck you! You didn't even let me finish." You know,
No,
blah
you
blah
said,
blah.
"Fuck you, sir." That's what you said. You said, "Fuck you, sir." Again, it was a lady.
And
Hold on, but
I gotta
we
tell
found
you,
that out after the
Yeah.
show.
I got to tell you, you were crushing, and we were really enjoying your set. But that was without question the hardest you may ever have made me laugh. Is when you said "fuck you, sir."
Because again, we couldn't hear anything.
or the
It
hardest-
seemed to us like you're crushing. There's a pause, and you just stop and stare with just hatred in your eyes. Fuck you, sir. And
Yeah.
it just started going off, and we were like, what is happening?
So the only time that might compete with me making you laugh was when I'm telling that story.
Lexington.
All right, so we're in the sorry.
Oh,
So we're
my
in the meet.
God.
That's what made me think of this. So we're in the meet and greet.
and it's 9/11.
In New York. Guy comes up to me or whatever, and it's the guy. And I'm like, oh, man, I'm so, and he's like, it wasn't even me. And I was like, oh, shit, okay, cool. Like, I don't have to deal with this. And then pause. It was my wife. Here she comes in the bathroom. She also was cool, but she goes, it was a bad trip. She didn't even say it was a bad joke. And so
To defend you a little bit, fuck her still for talking during the show. It doesn't really matter what she said, but yeah, it is different.
right, it's huge. It's hugely different. Then I'm in Kentucky. I'm on mushrooms. The Secretary of State for the state of Kentucky is there. I'm telling this
He
story
did not know that.
as a bit on stage while on drugs. How did I get on 9/11?
I don't remember, but dude.
No. I know what it is. I know what it
You
is. I
flew
said
your set directly into a building. my friend.
he did. And
Here's what I said. Here's what I said. I remember what I said. I was on drugs while relaying this story, and I was talking about how funny I'm telling the story, and I said the only thing that could have made that situation funnier is if she would have said, "Well, my son died on 9/11."
Yeah.
And then I heard myself say that, and I saw the reaction in the crowd, and I was just like, I mean, it would have been a little funny, guys, if her son had died on. No, I'm hearing it. And Corey and DJ,
Trae.
And me.
Oh, was DJ there?
DJ was there that weekend, but me and you were, because I was about to have to go on stage.
And that's what was killing me.
Both of these times, I'm waiting to go up on
That's
stage
what
in
was
like
killing
90
me.
seconds. And during both of these meltdowns, but during that one, I had also taken some mushrooms.
Yes.
And
We all had.
He's crushing. And
Yeah.
I'm in the back, and I was like, oh, he's crushing, do whatever. And it's like, yeah, he ain't been raving at all, you know.
As soon as you said that.
And then next thing you know, it's like if her son had died on 9/11, come on. Come on, guys.
So it gets completely silent, except Corey and DJ scream at the same time. I look back. DJ runs out of the
yeah.
club,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
Trae and Corey collide, hugging each other, laughing, falling on the floor, which causes the whole crowd to turn and then hate them.
Yeah, because we were the only ones laughing at
At
the 9/11 show. Oh God, dude.
So 9/11 has ruined my sets twice.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever.
9/11's always been good to me, man.
Yeah, I mean, amongst my favorite holidays, arguably top 5. But yeah, I can't remember doing a show on 9/11 because I know me. I definitely didn't do a show on 9/11 when I was a younger comic because I would definitely remember some terrible thing that I did.
Can you imagine if we had Twitter on 9/11?
No.
Dude?
No, I cannot.
There'd be a lot of I mean, for you guys, yeah, but in New York, it'd be like it would be the people would be like live tweeting and people falling from the building. You're like,
If we already had
that's pretty sick.
If we already had social media on 9/11, I think 9/11 would have already happened. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I think that
No.
I think that if the timelines had worked out to where, let's say hypothetically, Twitter and Facebook had been invented in 1996,
Right.
9/11 would have happened a year later instead of.
But we still would have had Twitter in that scenario.
Huh?
You're saying if Twitter had been invented, so we would have had Twitter.
I'm just telling you what I know. I'm telling you that
No comment on what I
I'm
don't.
telling you that if 9/11 hadn't happened, it would have happened as soon as we invented Twitter and Facebook and shit like
But
that.
since it did happen when there was no Twitter, when Twitter did get invented, it didn't cause 9/11 because 9/11
9/11 had already
happened.
happened. Yeah, this is the 9/11 Twitter paradox.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tweet, you know about Pete? Pete, do you know about the guy who bowled a perfect game on 9/11?
No. Why? That's like, why would I know about that?
Well,
It's an internet thing.
It's like, yeah, it went viral at a certain point. But like years later, like somebody found this. They were in a bowling alley, and they've got like little plaques with pictures and stuff for everybody that's ever bowled a perfect game in that bowling alley. And it's in like outside of Boston.
It's
right?
outside of Boston,
like
so on the
Worcester
time zone,
or something like
yeah.
that, like up there. And there's a picture of this guy.
and 9/11 happened at 8:30.
And all it says is it's like whatever his name is, bowled perfect game, September
day.
11th,
Yeah.
2001.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he looks a lot like me.
Yeah.
And
No way.
Well, he's just a bald dipshit. Yeah.
I don't believe it. Well, hey, a bowler. It looks like you. Well, it's possible.
Yeah, anyways, we have been talking about adapting that little story into a short film for quite a while, and I would like to play this gentleman.
It's a real mixed bag, It's a real personal high, and then everything else is not great.
Well, the way I remember reading this like kind of breakdown of it. Somebody had found the guy or found the people that were there with him or something because he's long dead or whatever.
Is he
can't remember.
dead?
I can't. Seems
Surely
like it. Right,
he's
yeah.
dead.
Bowlers don't live long.
But they, ball bowlers, not known for their longevity in the game. But we all shared that article. I mean, but the way it sounded like a real,
I'm not letting him win.
triumphant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he was bowling for America.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So let me-
He was
so
like,
let me-
I got to do this.
So let me tell you how the short film's going to go. So it's this dude walks in, right? It's probably maybe 5 minutes long. Dude walks in, and he's in slow motion, and all you see is people just sitting at the bowling alley bar drinking, fucking crying. He goes up, he powders his hands, he starts going bowling montage. Then all of a sudden, right as soon as he gets to the last frame, and this will be the most expensive part, mind you, but There Goes My Hero by Foo Fighters starts playing. And then as the last two pins fall, it is laid over with the Twin Towers falling down. You know what I'm saying? And then he walks away like Tony Stark when he blew up that goddamn mountain, Finn.
Wow. I mean, I'm moved. I
Yeah.
think that's what we need. Thank you.
Yeah.
Corey's got a vision.
Wouldn't that roll?
We do cutaway interviews, and Trae was there. He's his witness, but I wasn't there that day, and I don't believe it. That's just he's been lying all these years. Both of them have.
About the bowling?
Yeah,
That would be interesting.
yeah. We've got that. Got a little tension built in naturally there.
I'm excited to see it. I can't wait to check it out.
Oh,
Thank
thank you, Pete. Something I forgot to mention at the top of the show is that you can go to WellREDcomedy.com for our tickets. We said we're in Raleigh. We're doing shows, and that's where you can get tickets at WELLRED comedy.com to come see us on the road. And the shows this weekend have been really, really fun.
Yeah, we're gonna be in Atlanta. By the time you hear this, we'll be in Atlanta on Thursday and
Tomorrow
Friday.
night.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, September 15th and 16th.
16th
and 17th. I'm always so stupid with numbers.
Yeah.
You're number dumb, baby.
I am very number dumb.
You'd probably bowled a perfect game on 9-10.
I know. That would have been my luck.
So Joe's been on one this weekend.
Speaking of number dumb, you lost count of your shots last night, I think.
I definitely lost count of my shots last night. That was a bit much.
What's funny is, so we got some friends in Raleigh. Went to lunch with them yesterday. We went to lunch with them today too. But yesterday they were like, "Yeah, you guys get out of your second show. This is like 12:30, 1 a.m. is what we're talking about. We'll hang out. We'll go to a bar, chill, whatever, do all that shit." And me and him talked about it like on the way back to the hotel, and it's just like, dude, I love them, man, but like, I know if I'm saying this, I know if I do that, I'm gonna feel like fucking shit tomorrow. We got 2 shows tomorrow night. Probably turn right around and do it again, and I'll be fucking dead by Sunday. Like I love them, but I can't do that. And he was also like, dude, you're 100% right.
Oh, yeah.
Like we can't do that.
I was so relieved.
We can't do that. And so they came in the green room before one of the shows, our friends, and I told them, I was like, listen, love y'all, but we're going to hang out tomorrow too. I'm just going to take it easy tonight. We're just going to take it easy. And they're like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. Corey was very much on board with this. Fast forward 90 minutes later, if that.
Not many shots, almost.
He's no telling how many shots and vodka Red Bulls deep. Fucking
and
purposefully leaving his shoes at the club. I asked him. I was like, I didn't ask him. I was like, hey, Cho.
Yeah, so I just left my.
You're
shoes
leaving your shoes, and he was like, I know. Hey, that's the move.
I don't
And
know
I
what
was
that
like,
means.
and
I don't know
I
what
was
that
just
means.
like, what? And he was like, that's the move.
It-
And then he just walked off. And then we get to the parking lot. Some fans walk up to us. They say, y'all want some trunk whiskey? Because, our fans hit. The ones that got trunk whiskey. He goes, hell yeah, I want some trunk. And he just disappears into the night for a little while. Me and Peter standing there.
Two things you're famous for loving: hanging out with fans after shows and trunk whiskey.
And trunk whiskey, without
And,
question. And here's the thing: I was browned out because I was like, I remember so much about the night, and then there's pockets that I don't.
Is that a real thing? What you just said?
Sure,
Browned out?
sure it is. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it's
Say
like
in Staten Island,
it's like
but
where
I
you
think it
come
means
in and
something
out of the
coming in,
blackout.
yeah. I
you know.
was browning out like power.
Yeah, yeah.
And any
It
guy,
tracks.
I remember that trunk whiskey was the thing that I lost like at least an hour after that because, dude. First off, I don't drink whiskey a lot. I do like whiskey, but I do not drink whiskey a lot, and I damn sure don't just stay drinking straight whiskey. And I took the most. I mean, it was rude, frankly, how much I drank of their goddamn whiskey. Like I fucking gluck.
Made her
I'm sure, but you don't.
The show. You can't sip
Dude,
it.
like most of the time in that situation, sincerely, I fake it to people because I actually don't want to drink your. But like, glug. And as soon as I did, I was like, buddy, that's not you. That's not smart. Like, you're about to be real fucking tore up. And I sure as shit was.
And then,
So
so
I-
he said he lost an hour after that. Much of that hour was spent wandering around a convenience store, like grabbing various snacks and stuff. And he kept getting in my face, just like, let me tell you something. I fucking hit. Why
was I saying that?
You were just like, yeah, goddamn them bits I'm doing. Goddamn. Just like. And yeah,
Just arms full of chips.
arms full of chips and fucking beer and stuff. And he was like, and it's so he's already got multiple chip bags in his arms, and we're standing in line. And he looks over, he goes, "Oh shit, wrap snacks!" And he grabs a bag of wrap
Listen,
snacks.
we're not sponsored by Rap Snacks, but I would like to go on record as saying, like, that's genuine excitement because Rap Snacks are among my
wrap
favorite
snacks
things.
fucking hit.
They're
but-
so good.
So he
Oh,
said
let him
that
finish.
we get back to the hotel. I'm driving, of course. We get back to the hotel. It's 5 minutes later, if that. Get in the room and dump the bag out. And when I dump the bag out, he goes, "Oh shit, wrap snacks!" And then he was like, "It's fucking bullshit. We ain't got refrigerators in these rooms." And I was like, "It is bullshit. You're right." I was like, "You do something about that." And he was like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "I mean, they might bring you a fridge, And he's like, "They'll just bring me a fridge." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, you have to call him, whatever." He's like, "Shit." And he goes, "Hey, you don't worry about this." He picks up the phone and he's just like,
Like I'm doing something nobody else on earth can.
yeah.
This is my special skill.
And he's just like, he asked for a fridge. They told him they couldn't bring it till in the morning. And he was like, okay, well, still bring it. And he gets off the phone. And then this morning, and so y'all came up in here. We had like 5 sandwiches. All these sandwiches were in bags.
I'm so shocked to find out that was a chain sandwich.
Me too. That blew my mind. We'll circle back to that in a minute.
For
But
sure.
there's 6 bags of open chips laid on his bed. There's 2 trash
we
cans.
tore this room up.
Oh,
Trash
yeah.
cans filled with ice and beer and stuff sitting on his desk over there. And so with all that in mind, he texted me this morning. He was like, dude, I woke up and there's just a fucking fridge in my room. He was like, I don't know how that happened.
It's wild to me that they knocked,
And
you didn't answer, and then
They
just
came in, installed the fridge and
And I was-
everything. And like, just picture.
I'm butt ass naked.
Picturing
I'm
that
so butt naked in the bed.
gives me so much joy.
So much joy.
Like just dead to the
Asleep.
world, sawing. He's fucking.
You're talking shit about him.
fucking
2 languages.
Yeah, all this just trashed ass rooms. Like, yeah,
Just fucking calling him the fat gringo. Looking
Oh,
at
dude.
him.
yeah.
Dude, for sure, man.
I love it.
All
right,
but
hold
I
on.
have a fridge
All
now.
right, you skipped one, and I got 2 comments. You skipped door.
Oh,
open.
he's done plenty of other shit. this
Well, the
weekend
door was
already.
open because we're all coming in and out to get the sandwiches going back and forth. He's just screaming wildly inappropriate insults at all of us at 1:30 in the morning with his door open.
Yeah.
That's the part you skipped. I have 2 comments. One, did you feel like even though we were getting free booze, it felt like Coco was upselling him a little bit? Like, or she just is in love with you. Like, She just
People
kept
love
wanting
me.
you to drink. But people love you. That don't mean they should feed you 9 shots in a row.
No, I don't know. I'm not
She
saying
may
you're
have believed
wrong.
me about my infliction that
I'm
I
not
had
saying
that
no,
started
no,
this
no.
off.
She
'Cause
very didn't. Go
I-
ahead
not
and say
even a
what you
little bit.
said.
I only because honestly, I only got as drunk as I did last night for purely medical reasons.
Yes, he did. It's
Uh-huh.
true. Yeah,
It's
he's got
true.
throat problems.
I
Yeah.
know in my new act,
Yeah.
I am doing more of a sing-songy number towards the middle, and I have noticed, and also I don't know if you know this, but the rest of what I do is screaming, which
Yeah.
is not good for my throat. And if I don't take care of my throat, I will not be able to hit these notes in this
So
song
you
that I'm
drink
doing.
whiskey for
'cause
2
it helps
hours
your throat.
after the show.
Well, same throat. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So,
All right, my second
I-
comment, from my perspective,
All right.
yeah, I want that. Sorry, I just no hands right now. My bad. Second comment, Pete gets back from his show and he calls me, and we're all going to bed, but we're gonna get some food, and I'm so relieved we're going to bed. And he calls me, he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm walking back to the hotel." "What are you doing?" He goes, "Walking back to the hotel. We're gonna hang out." I'm like, "Nah, man." I was like, I felt bad, like, dude, we'll hang out tomorrow, buddy. Like, we can hang out in the room, but like, we all decided. And he goes, "Yeah, no, Corey and DJ just like got together, and I'm not sure what happened. They just started screaming and making noises, and then ran to drink trunk whiskey. And I'm in the middle of the street. Literally, I just go, 'Fucking goddamn!'"
We did.
yeah,
we
well,
dick-necked, I think.
they were very much like they wanted to go to a place. They were like telling me, "I find somewhere it's got pancakes and vodka."
I said that?
Yeah, repeatedly.
that's not shocking.
You're like, I need pancakes and vodka.
That's as good as beer and waffles.
And I
Fuck
tried.
yeah, it is.
I tried for a minute to find.
Pancakes and vodka.
And I tried to, cooperate with that, but briefly. And I was like, dude, fuck this. And then I was like, can we just go back to the room and order shit? And I was expecting you and DJ to be like, no, don't hit. Fucking pussy. I want
Yeah.
pancakes and vodka. But y'all both just rolled with it.
Yeah, we're good
thankfully,
friends.
so,
Dude, you
yeah.
need to pancake vodka. That could be your Margaritaville.
I bet they've got.
They definitely
They've
have one
got,
that's
like birthday cake vodka for sure. They've
Right.
got. I
But-
bet they
No,
got.
I'm
but
talking
I'm allowed
about
to do
a
it, too.
restaurant that is pancakes and vodka,
Yeah.
like Margaritaville.
yeah. Yeah, and my face is a pancake.
Uh-huh.
Like on the, it's like
Yeah.
it's like
yes.
it's like Shoney's Big Boy,
And
but
your
it's
body
me.
is like a vodka bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm into that.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking about Margaritaville a lot yesterday.
Check
Yeah,
that.
sure. I mean, it was a Friday.
Well, no, it's just that I feel like we're plugging so many things in this, but I drove up to Raleigh because during these wild times in which we live, even a long drive to me is more preferable than dealing with the airports and being in control of my own.
DJ once again
Destiny.
is also in Raleigh. DJ lives right down the street from
Five-
Corey in a very small town in Georgia, Chickamauga, and they both drove 8 hours to Raleigh, North Carolina on the same day from the same
Both
place.
forgot we were going to be here.
individually.
Well, DJ just assumed you were coming the next day because we didn't have a show.
Yeah, which that tracks. And honest to God, I just assumed DJ was with you somehow. I don't know why.
Yeah. The
But-
checks. That
Yeah,
checks
it
out.
all checks, but it's so Raven and hilarious. What the fuck was I saying? Oh, yeah. I was driving up here, and, like, I've done the same shit for my birthday every year since I was 9 because when I was 8, my dad took me to Hooters, and that didn't hit for my mom, so she made me stay. She made me stay at home the next year, and then it became a tradition that I always stay at my mom's house for my birthday, and she makes me chicken casserole and cake. I still want to do that, but I figured out my new birthday tradition with all my friends. They've got a fucking Margaritaville resort in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Bro, that's my shit. That will be fucking... I mean, I will hate everyone there. But here's the thing about a Jimmy Buffett concert. When you go to a Jimmy Buffett concert, yes, in the real world, we would all hate each other. But here in Margaritaville,
They're called parrot
it's 5
heads.
o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're all just parrot heads. It's fins to the left, it's fins to the right. That's my kind of place, man. I want to go there for like 2 days. Like, and I can take my nieces and stuff. There's probably a water park and shit. Two straight days wearing fucking board shorts, drinking margaritas with just fucking fat accountants.
Yeah, but
That's
a real
paradise.
change of pace for you, man.
It's so
It'd
funny.
be nice
that-
for you to get away from it all. Get to wear loud shorts and drink margaritas for once. Just cut loose, you know? It really hits me
That really
thinking
did
of you
just-
cutting loose.
That just described every moment I've had this summer. I've just been sitting on my porch in the loudest, most obnoxious shorts and drunk as fuck on margaritas.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I really need to get my shit back together, son. I am fucking teetering.
No, you're hitting. But what, so, all right, Coco, I guess it's cool to say that, right? Not like we're
well,
saying her
whatever.
last name or nothing. Our server at the club, just put, I don't know, saying people's
Oh,
names and
yeah.
shit. But no, she like at the end of the night, I walked back there and Corey was like, he goes, hey, with my throat, you know. That's what he said. And she goes, and she's like laughing and smiling and stuff. She's like, have you tried water for that? She was like, you should maybe try some water for that. And he was like, well, I would, but it just don't. I really need the whiskey for my throat. You know, whatever. The shows are over. We're done. And she was like, she told them that they had locked up
which is the
all
biggest
the
lie.
liquor,
Yeah.
and she didn't have a key for it. And he was just like, oh, well, all right. I guess I'll go drink some trunk whiskey.
For the record, I knew that was bullshit because that's the oldest trick in the book, but I'm not going to fight you. Once you say that,
You know what she's saying.
No matter what state, especially because she's a waitress at a comedy club that I love, I know to be like, okay, it's pumped. I get it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm finna go elsewhere and seek my entertainment, but I get it.
It's like when of
course.
It's like when the shake machine's broken.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go across the street
at the drive-thru late at night or whatever. Like it ain't broken.
No, of course it's
they
not
just
broken.
don't want to
fuck with it.
They've cleaned it already, and they don't. And I don't blame them at all. But like when I'm
I just wish
23
they
and
would
high
say
as
that.
hell, and that they say that, you know.
Speaking of that,
bullshit.
so
man.
we
Right.
went
I
get
don't
them
blame 'em.
sandwiches. We'll plug Penn Station sandwiches as a
Absolutely
flame chain.
tremendous.
Before we talk about how good they were, just being at a place late at night, packed. So many orders coming in. There were people there claiming they'd been there for an hour, walking up, and I think they were like delivery drivers. They kept showing their phone like that was going to matter. They'd be like, "Oh, I've been here," you know. Anyway, this guy had been complaining about being there for an hour. He got his food, but then lodged another complaint. Which, look, man, I can be a complainer. We've all got that in us from time to time. But like, he got his food and then just had to drop another one. And this like 20-year-old wage worker just had a fucking nut. She goes, well, I don't know what you want me to do. You got your food. You want me to kiss your fucking feet? And he was like, you can't talk to me that way. She goes, yes, I fucking can, and you can leave. He starts to walk out. She goes, don't let the door hit you in your ass. And I was like,
fucking right,
people were getting
dog.
hyped, dude.
So how's it-
Then he's like, she goes,
That's
he's being
awesome.
nice, pointing at some guy. He goes, he's been here longer than you. He's being cool. You know what? He's getting a discount. It was great. It was great. If I had cash, I'd have tipped her. I told her
If
that.
you'd been single, you'd be in Vegas right now.
That's true,
That's
buddy.
what would be happening.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't mean to sexualize all the women who are mean to men, but sometimes it really hits for
Well,
me.
this
Oh,
isn't.
hell yeah, dude.
This ain't because I didn't hear all of the exact words, but I kind of got one of those too on my airplane.
Ooh, I love those.
It was one of the flight attendants. We had.
I'm nervous on airplanes now.
We had.
I know I'm finna be
And
in
I mean,
a World
look,
Star
this
video.
didn't hit. We landed in Raleigh and sat at our gate for like 25 minutes because they couldn't get the jetway to work, and it was like 2 feet away from the door. You know, you could see it out the window, but they couldn't move it the last 2 feet.
I'm in my 30s. I'll jump.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and
What if you miss? I want to die anyway.
Right, but so we sat there for like 25 minutes. You tell people are getting pissed off, and this one little dirtbag with a skateboard walks up to the front,
He's like, can I ramp it?
like from the back. He like walks up to the front with a skateboard, and
Brought a
they-
skateboard with him.
yeah, and well, his bag. Like I think I don't know if he thought like fuck this, I'm getting off. I don't know. But he had his skateboard in his, but he had all his shit, including a skateboard, and he looks all skateboardery, you know. And he walks up there, and he's like. And they, you know, stop him. Like, sir, you need to be whatever. And he was just like, oh, I just need to pee. And they were like, well, the bathroom's not operational right now or something like that. And he was just like, he said something like, well, that's fucking bullshit or whatever. And then that fucking flight attendant just let loose on
Hell
his
yeah.
ass. She was just like, you do not need to use that language, whatever. And he was just like, well, I'm sorry, I used a bad word, Jesus, whatever. And she's like, no, it's when you come up here disrespecting me when I'm trying to, you know, keep you safe or whatever, like
Yeah.
that whole thing, but just really
Say
going
it
in
slower.
on him.
What'd
And
she look like?
everybody,
Not like they used to.
They all got
Dude,
older and
being-
didn't
I
retire.
ain't say that, but
Being a flight attendant is hard nowadays, but not near
Yeah,
as hard
got to
as
be.
my dick when I take BlueChew.
There you go.
Guys, BlueChew
Seamless.
is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but it's in a chewable tablet, and it's a fraction of the cost. You can take them anytime, day or night. So you can plan ahead when you're, you know, Pete, when you're getting ready to fuck. It's a dick pill, and they really hit.
I don't need it.
You can. Oh, it doesn't matter. See, that's the thing, Pete. With BlueChew,
me
you might
more.
not think that you need it. It doesn't have to necessarily mean you have a problem. It's just if you want that little extra oomph. A truck don't need a goddamn Hemi, son. You know what I'm saying? All right,
We got one.
So the best part, it's all done online, so you ain't got to go to the doctor's office and be sitting there and be like, oh, I think I had math with that girl. I didn't have math with anybody. But BlueChew's tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped directly to your door in a discreet package. You know, you boys use BlueChew for a long time. I've told this story. It's shortly become famous, at least in my household. First time I ever used a BlueChew, I did not tell my wife that I was using BlueChew. I just went ahead and did the thing, and then after we were done, she said, what's the deal? And I was like, what do you mean? And she goes, that ain't your dick. And she was correct. It was not my dick. It was my dick on BlueChew, which super hits. So we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try BlueChew for free. God damn. When we use our promo code RED, R-E-D, at checkout, just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com. Promo code RED to receive your first month for free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank BlueChew for sponsoring the podcast and getting me a brand new dick.
Absolutely.
Yes,
When you said that, the first thing that popped into my head was that country song. That's my girl,
Yeah.
my whole
Yeah.
world, but that ain't my
Yeah, you know I
dick.
did that, right?
And then, whoa, what, on a thing already?
I made a whole song, and it ended up getting taken down because of copyright shit.
Oh, hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, my bad.
Yeah, that
Hey.
ain't my dick between her thighs.
Oh,
Lord, ain't
okay.
this a nice surprise?
Well,
It fits just like a glove when we finally fuck. That ain't. That
Get it?
Damn it, that ain't. Something on my balls. Lord, that's
your-
that's my girl. No, that's something in my truck, but that ain't my dick. I don't know. It fucking ruled. It was really good.
sounds like it did. I'm sorry that I missed it.
Yeah.
Here on our own show.
I heard it.
Yeah.
But I thought of that, and then I realized when I was thinking about this, like, that's kind of what that song already was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the truck's always the dick.
It really
Yeah.
hits for me
You
that
know?
you didn't know that we did that, and I was able to just do this here.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Glad I made that happen.
Did I
Yeah.
tell the story of the flight attendant being wrong on this podcast?
Ooh,
or was
even
that
better.
on my own?
I don't know.
I'll tell it if you can tell me to stop if I get in the middle of it, and that's what happens. So I was coming back from New York. Last time I saw Peter.
Yeah.
And we 3 hours before we took off, 4-hour flight. Then we land, and now we're stuck when we get there.
Don't hit.
It's been a long day. It's been a long flight. This one woman, at one point, right when we took off, she told me to move my mask up. Now I was like, because I didn't pull it down, but I thought, well, maybe it fell, and I felt, and it was on my nose. It just was low, and I was like, all right, it's over my nose. And she like steps towards me, and she goes, "Do we have a problem?" I was like, "No, ma'am."
would've loved
2
to
minutes
see
later, I'm like, maybe that was me. You know what I mean? I'm kind of a dick. Like, what did I do wrong? Probably it was me. I'll let it go. But I'm kind of seething, right? 2 minutes later, she tells the guy that she will have the gate agents waiting on him. This is before
shit.
we ever take off. And I'm like, I don't know. I think she kind of sucks, maybe. We get there. It's been a long fucking flight, and we've been on the ground now for a little over an hour. And this woman stands up to ask, "Can I go pee?" And she's like, "Can I go?" She's like, "You need to sit down." Well, then, it's like we got a groupthink situation going on. This guy's like, "She's just asking if she can pee. You don't have to be a jerk. What is your problem?" She comes back there, threatens him with being arrested with gate. She's like, "Arrested for what? Telling you not to
Damn.
be a jerk?" She's like, "Pull your mask up." He's like, "It's over my nose." "All right, I'll pull it up. Fine, I'll pull it up. But you don't need to be a jerk. We're all in this together." Blah, blah, blah. Another flight attendant comes back. She's got her friends back, which I respect. The girl was in the wrong, but you got your friends back. She's like, "Sir, I heard you call her a jerk. You can't act like that." And he goes, "Well, I'm sorry to say that word." She goes, "You can't use language like that, even if you have a legit thing. She's not a jerk." And it got quiet for 2 seconds, and this very tiny voice from a woman comes from behind me and goes, "She's a cunt's what she is." And I'm like, "Oh no, it's about it." And then literally
Wait,
everyone
did-
goes,
did
"Yeah,
people-
yeah, she is."
okay.
Dude,
I
Did
My
people
wife
laugh?
was in New
I
York.
feel like I couldn't have not like, or was it so like,
laugh?
Yeah.
Oh, I was dying,
Oh,
buddy.
okay, all right.
I'm fucking horse laughing.
Yeah.
And everyone else is like, "Fuck yeah, she sucks." She's standing right there like this, like all. And then that gives dude the fuel he needs to keep going. And I just, personally, on a personal level, I was like, man, I knew she was a bitch. I knew it wasn't me.
That's so great.
I'd never seen a flight attendant get dressed down, and I'd never seen one, frankly, deserve it. It's always been a shitty customer.
Of
but
course.
And I'm sure this lady had a shitty
And I'm
day.
sure that the reason that happened is because of 900 shitty customers she had.
But she
Yeah.
threatened.
Still, fuck
she
her.
threatened to have 3 different
Yeah, yeah,
customers arrested.
Yeah.
Like that. Fuck
That's
you.
That's a bit much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been meaning to tell y'all. I think this will hit for y'all. So first of all, let me say, I'm fine with the Juggalos. right?
Oh yeah, I've
Good.
recently
I'm glad
got.
you said that.
Yeah.
I
'Cause-
recently have.
I
They
love
have
the
from him.
Juggalos.
Yeah.
Well, look, I'm so white trash
piece
that
of
I
shit.
have
You identify
I have
with
a
it.
kinship with any
Sure.
white trash
I
culture
could
like
see you
that.
mistrusting it too a
Fat
little bit.
soda
though.
drinking
Yeah.
dipshits.
It's
Yeah.
like my dad
So-
not liking evangelicals.
So, and on that
This is
note,
bullshit cosplay.
I also never been a fan, never fucked with them, but hell, ICP's fine.
Yeah, I
with
know
me.
the magnets.
ICP's fine.
The
with me.
ICP, of course, is the yeah.
Magnus Zone sucks.
Oh, wait,
but
what was my
they got
fucking
some
You
joke?
said
bangers.
DJ or somebody tells a story once about a friend of theirs who got hurt real bad. And he was like, and they had to take him to the ICU. And Corey goes, the insane clown unit, and it fucking killed me. I fucking think about that all the because a lot of ICU talk lately,
Yeah.
and every time I hear it, I'm like insane clown unit, which is funny given the context of the stories. It's
right.
always
1,000 dead
brutally
people.
bleak. Yeah, it's like there's no ICU beds. I'm like insane clown unit.
A lot of juggalos in them too. I bet.
Yeah, but anyway,
And got turned away from
So-
15 insane clown units in one day.
having said all of that, Shaggy Two Dope was on Tom Segura's podcast recently,
Oh
right?
my god, I'm so excited.
And he's on there in the makeup, the clown makeup. He's wearing the clown
Well, of course.
makeup.
Yeah,
He's being Shaggy Two Dope,
of course.
and they're showing
There's
him.
not a real man in there, not in years.
They're showing him clips of Juggalos being real Juggalo-y.
Yeah,
and
Did
he's
you show any
reacting.
of them fucking in
and,
public.
and he's reacting to them. No, but it was a hitting segment. I was digging it. But they showed this one guy who he had started and not finished a like Juggalo face paint tattoo, a face tattoo of the clown makeup.
Holy shit!
Right? And what's in the video, the guy's like, y'all listen, this has ruined my life. Like this, I don't know why I got this clown makeup tattooed on my face. You know what I mean? He's just like, and it's like, and of course they're dying laughing at him or whatever.
What's
But
Shaggy Two Dope saying?
But he kind of sounds like that, the dude,
Yeah.
right? He sort of sounds like us.
I
a
was
little
wondering
bit.
if that was a choice.
No,
that
no,
you- yeah.
no. He sort of sounds like us.
Can't
He's
believe
got our
it.
accent.
So
And
that
so
guy's in
what?
Mississippi.
What Shaggy Two Dope said was he went on this whole thing. He was like, "Well, look, this guy's a fucking hillbilly." In the first, he's like, that fucking accent tells you everything you need to know, man. And he's wearing clown makeup, and he's sitting there, and he's like,
beneath the
he's like,
fucking
he's like,
Juggalos.
he's like, you ever meet somebody with that stupid fucking accent? They try to sound all smart and shit, and you're just like, you ain't fooling nobody, hillbilly, you fucking dumbass.
Just calling us
Fucking
out.
dude, just Shaggy Two Dope just shitting all over us indirectly,
Which
but
is.
very directly at the same time while wearing the fucking Juggalo makeup.
If I was
And
high,
being
I would not
makeup.
have been able to handle
And
that.
dude, it was fucking killing me. I was like, man, this is a bit much right here.
He's
Like,
got to be 52, which makes it
yeah,
extra
easily.
funny.
He's got
He
to
has
be
a
in his
granddaughter.
50s. Yeah. Yeah, and he had been on there. He was recently injured because he like tried to go down a water slide wearing clogs or something and broke his arm in like 3 places.
Shaggy Two Dope?
Yeah, Shaggy Two Dope.
That's
yeah.
the man that besmirches
Yes,
hillbillies
right.
everywhere.
In clown makeup, dude. Just talking about how fucking dumb it's like you can't be smart and talk like that. What the fuck?
I gotta
So-
look
Who are
up-
they fooling?
I gotta find out where Shaggy Two Dope is from.
While you
He's
do
from
that,
Detroit.
While
Oh,
you-
right,
oh,
there,
right,
yeah.
Well, I still want to sell this. Jelly Roll, insulted him on the pod. Sorry, Paige. And since then, got back into him pretty heavy and have gone down a bunch of rabbit holes. There is a phenomenal video that was uploaded to World Star the first time it was. It was uploaded by Jelly Roll, as best I could tell. 2 people were fucking at the gathering in front of everyone up against a fence. Jelly Roll, I guess, was in between stages because, it's like a big music festival. Comes by, sees it, has his people turn their camera on, and it's so, or maybe the camera was already there and he just starts talking to it. It's so great because he is genuinely both horrified and excited that it's happening, and it's so, frankly, adorable. You got this fat hillbilly himself who's just never seen, you could just tell, he can't believe his life is this, and he's like, the gathering, Jelly Roll, coming at you. All, he did that. Oh, shit. Damn, he fucking the shit out of her, boys. I gotta go.
How big were they?
Nah, man.
You look good.
I mean, not great, but
You can do a lot with makeup.
buddy,
Yeah.
and they both had it on.
Yeah. That's fucking great. Yeah, and keep Jelly Roll's name out your mouth as far as Paige is concerned.
Yeah, my
She
sister
don't even want me
ain't
eating
having
Jelly
that.
Rolls anymore.
No, you besmirched the good name of Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
Dude, I got him confused with a very shitty MAGA rapper. That's what happened. And Jelly Roll's pretty legit.
I don't know who Jelly. Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll. I don't know. Who is it?
He's probably pretty popular with the people you don't talk to from Staten Island anymore.
Are they? Is it like a Southern thing? Or?
No, so I want to ask Pete about the Juggalos too, but also Jelly Roll is
He's a Southern rapper.
he's a Southern white rapper that's like pretty well known
Okay.
amongst that thing or whatever. And there was during all the before the election, there was some big MAGA type rally or something, and there was a dude at it rapping about a white hillbilly looking rapper guy rapping about Trump and everything. And on the podcast, Drew was like, "It's like, dude, I think that's fucking Jelly Roll or whatever." And my little sister, who is as trash as it gets, was texting me when that came out, and she's like, "I don't know what the fuck Drew thinks he's talking about, but Jelly Roll ain't like that." She's like, "Jelly Roll's one of us, goddammit."
Yeah.
He's a good man.
It's just, yeah, she was so upset. But anyway, Juggalos. Where you at on Juggalos? They got any kind of presence in Staten Island? I know y'all be trash, but
Not like that. That's a different
well,
thing.
what's funny is I don't think that's really.
I don't believe you in the sense that I don't think they have a. Hold on.
I
don't
wanna-
think there's.
I want.
Listen to
I
me.
want-
I don't think there's like a lot of juggalos anywhere other than maybe Detroit, but there are some juggalos in Staten Island.
No.
No,
They're one of the
This
most
is like how my
successful
papaw
white trash
says-
groups of all time.
This is like
and
how my
I've been to
papaw
Staten
says-
Island. I saw y'all's teeth.
No.
This is like how our papaw say there's no gay people in Chickamauga.
Freak, just so you know,
It's like
It's a different type of trash. There's no I've never met a juggalo in Staten Island. I mean, there's just.
You don't meet juggalos.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
I don't think it's
I
generally
suspected juggalo.
a Southern type of trash either. It's like a
Wow.
no, I
it
don't.
seems Midwesty.
Midwestern. No, it's Detroit. Yeah, I mean they do exist. I don't know any Juggalos.
Right. You
I
know,
saw
associate.
some once.
I think
in
it's
the-
just yes. That's just like with gay people. They're like, I don't know any gay people. It's like you do. You know them. They just haven't
Okay,
said
but
that
what
to
I'm
you.
saying is, would you say Juggalos are prevalent like where we come from?
No, and the thing about juggalos too is like they're not secretive about that.
right.
It
the
doesn't
only-
seem to
the
be.
two- remember,
The juggalo forward.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why they wear the makeup and shit.
That episode of Workaholics, that was a part of it. Was that some of them were like accountants? And
I thought,
hid
but
it or
that was
whatever.
just played for laughs, though, or whatever.
I mean,
like,
it was played for laughs, but I think that's real, man. You think there ain't people who see
I don't know.
a
I'm
video
sure there
of people
are.
fucking by a fence,
Dude,
at
but
a
they
concert, and
also-
they're like, I'm gonna go to that. 'Cause
but
I'm gonna
they
go to one.
also
No, I'm with you.
tattoo it on their faces and stuff.
Well, there's
No. I feel like I could be wrong. Juggalos, reach out, let us know. I think they're more Juggalo forward
Right.
than secretive about it. I don't think they're closeted
Hold on.
Juggalos.
All right.
They're loud and proud. The ones that I saw, me and you were together at the Thirsty Turtle once, and there were Juggalos there, and we knew because they had clown makeup on.
Because they came from a show.
Wearing fucking Juggalo
Okay, but that's
shirts.
because they came from a show. Where would Pete see people in the clown makeup of a show and going on?
No.
Listen, if you're saying there's no people in Juggalo makeup in Staten Island, I will believe that. But when they come to
I'm
New
not
York,
talking about Staten
All right,
Island.
but what I'm saying is when they
He's
come,
he's really harping on the fact he thinks that
What I'm saying
maybe
is-
one.
Statistically speaking, there at least a couple of Juggalos exist in Staten
they
Island,
come
but I very
to-
much accept that it's
when
not
they
a
come
big
to New
thing.
York and play a huge fucking theater, and they do. and
Where are they
sell-
playing in New York?
Matt Lejeski went and tried to get me to go. I think it was the
Where?
Beacon. It holds 6,000 fucking people, and you're telling me
That's
none of
tragic.
them came from Staten Island.
I
You
would
think
say
it was
very
the
low.
Bronx in there, just having a block party.
Westchester, I don't know what it is. Not Staten Island. I
Westchester.
don't know what the fuck's going on up there. You know what I mean? You can, people coming down from Buffalo or whatever. I don't know what that's a different thing.
Buffalo seems a little Juggalo.
It's a different thing.
Yeah, they tour in Buffalo. They do.
They
do a stadium
do
there.
go to Schenectady. They have a great time. Saratoga, they do great up there where the horses are free. But no, and listen, I thought I had like preconceived notions about juggalos and stuff like that.
Everybody does.
But
And
it's
they're
it's all right. I mean, some of it's all right. I mean, it's not like you think it's
all-
more
it's-
racist and like, but it's not. It's more like these people are just
They're lunatics.
Oh, they're definitely
yeah,
not.
they're just like lost souls.
Racist is not at all a part of
No,
it.
not at
Juggalos
all.
throw
Right.
full beer can at Method Man in Staten Island. That's the first headline.
Wow. When was this? 2010.
Well,
Lots
that's it for
changed.
me.
Wow, he
Lots
hit the
changed.
most those full beer. I don't know. It's a full beer can. I don't know if that's true. Though.
Yeah.
If it was empty,
That
I
does
believe
seem
it.
suspect.
Your
Yeah.
Honor,
You're right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Two things just came out of everybody's mouth. Juggalos aren't racist, and they're not in Staten Island. Juggalos in Staten Island throw beer at Method Man. That's so goddamn funny.
Maybe
man.
not for black.
Right? Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe,
that's
yeah.
true.
Maybe he was off that night. You
Yeah.
know? It wasn't his blackness that enraged the Juggalo man.
We wanted you to be blacker because we love them so much.
Yeah.
I will say the Juggalos or the ICP themselves like genuinely preach love, acceptance,
Yeah.
no racism.
Being
all that. I
there
think
you
that's
are
rad.
and all that
The
shit.
commercials
Yeah.
are really great for Juggalo. What is it? Gathering the Juggalos.
Yeah.
See, that's They have everything. It sounds fun. They have like what's like monster truck race or like they just like everything you could imagine.
I want to go.
Yeah, it does seem like good. Yeah, for like a day. Right. You can just check it out and then you're like, that's it.
I bet.
I wouldn't go with Lejeski to the concert. I was like, I'm not going to the
He
Beacon
just
to see
texted me.
this.
That's
like,
really weird.
I want to go to the gathering one day, and I will. I'm not going to do this, in New York City, whatever. Ironically, like you want me to.
No, I would not go ironically. I wouldn't be like, isn't this stupid? I'd be like, all right, this is like, okay.
I'd
this
like
is
to
what-
do a bit about this. Yeah.
It's,
You
right.
know it stinks.
Gotta stink, baby.
Yeah.
That's true, but it's a different kind of stink.
That's true, too.
This is like mildewed clothes, mothballs,
Right.
sour milk.
And
Just-
appropriating stank culture.
Yeah. Now,
There Joe said that like there's like a internet like a YouTube documentary of there's a few different documentaries of Juggalos, but there was one that was popular on YouTube. It's like 15 or 20 minutes long, and it's just like somebody walking around the gathering and talking to him and shit. I mean, it's old now. I fucking saw this probably in college. The only line I remember from it is they asked this little skinny ass super white trash Juggalo dude. They asked him for his best pickup line.
Yeah.
The documentarian did, and he goes, "Hey, bitch, show me your fucking shithole, man."
Show me your shit.
Fucking shit. Hey, bitch, show me your fucking shithole, man. And that's it verbatim. I don't remember none of the other lines, but that line, that is verbatim exactly what he said. Exactly what he said.
Do you guys know about the March of the Juggalos?
No, is that the sequel to the March of the Penguins?
Yeah.
say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
Hey, bitch, show me your fucking shithole, man.
The man really does it.
Man, yeah. Really sets it off.
Hey, bitch. I can't wait to say that to Amber as soon as I get home. I'm gonna walk in. Hey, babe, how was your trip? Hey, bitch, show me your fucking shit. Oh, man.
The March of the Juggalos, they got classified by the FBI briefly as a gang. And so they organized a march on Washington, D.C. to protest that, which is hilarious and
Oh,
beautiful.
I do remember that happening.
But, like,
yeah.
think about living in D.C. All that happens
That's
if you
so
live there.
stupid, though.
That they did that?
Yeah.
But think about living in D.C. and, like, every week is somebody coming mad. And,
Right.
then the Juggalos. Would that be better
That's
or
a
worse?
day off.
Would it be like a change of pace,
Yeah,
or would
it's
it be
a day
like,
off.
I
oh,
think it
great,
would
the
be.
carnival's here?
For sure, it's definitely a change of pace.
Pete, what kind of trash? What are they into? Like, what's the Staten Island like? Sort of. There is no equivalent to
Like,
Juggalo,
No.
but you know what I mean. Like, what is that? But for there,
There's
Is
like
there-
a couple different. There's like Italian trash, and that's like they have like Godfather posters, and they make like quotes and stuff. They're just like they're like yeah, like a lot of praying hands with rosaries. They love
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
A lot of
yeah.
that. Some 9/11 tattoos. Some towers smoking. So that's always a fun one.
Like a cigarette?
No, yeah. The towers is they're smoking Marlboro Lights, and then there's other trash. There's like South Beach, like that's like more traditional, sort of like just poor, like ignorant people. But then it's mostly Italian. It's mostly like Italian idiots who are just who,
Meatheads, like with jerseys?
yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah. That's what they do. I mean they're just they fuck. I don't know what happened too. Like Trump, I don't know. It was like
Did
this.
the Italian idiots like Trump?
He's just
all
like
the
one of
idiots
us. He's
love
like
Trump,
yeah.
baby.
Right.
Seems like.
But it's just I don't know. He's just like that's our guy. He talks like us. He says it's like he's a billionaire. He has nothing
Right.
to do like whatever. But
he also doesn't talk like y'all.
But dude,
because,
at least with
he says
at
terrible
least with
things,
them,
but it's funny.
I mean, he's like a New Yorker or whatever.
Right.
Because like our fucking idiots
Right.
said the exact same shit, and
It's
it's
just-
like he literally could not be more not y'all.
Yeah.
I know
Italians have nice suits. So
That's-
he might hang out with you.
that's
He
true.
wouldn't be caught dead with our people.
no,
No,
not even a little bit.
no. But
I
do
will
you?
say, my favorite weddings working at a catering. I worked at a catering spot in Manhattan, and we did weddings sometimes. And my favorite ones were Italian weddings.
They're fun.
Well,
I like that soup.
but it was like new money Italians a lot of times because this was kind of a tacky place.
Yeah,
so it was like rich and trashy and Italian, and it was so. I found drugs every time I'd find drugs in the bathroom.
To get paid in cash. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Have some sambuca. It's beautiful. It's
What could you just walk us through the day in the life of a trashy, dumb, fucking Italian idiot from Staten Island?
You have a union job, and that's not a bad thing.
No, that's great.
That's a good thing, But then you come home, you go to the pizzeria, you get a meatball parm, and you start saying
so far. Fucking
sounds
bat
good.
1,000,
right?
Yeah.
It does. Yeah, we all love meatball parm, but they're just animal. I don't know how to describe. They're just animals. Like they just they don't have like they think they know everything, and they're like I know what's going on. This is what you got to do with the world. And it's like you're a moron. You don't know anything. You just and they drive like they have like these huge Escalades and like big trucks, and they're just
drive
like
them
self-entitled. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, that's come on, who hasn't done that, huh? Fellas, I mean,
For sure.
it's cool. Feels good to drink and drive, right? Am I wrong, folks? I mean, what's going on here? Am I right? I mean, that's it. You put up the music, come on.
Like us, it's fun to hear you talk about the trash because you clearly are one.
Hell yeah, baby. Yeah, I know. Well, it's different. I'm like,
Sure.
I like some parts of it, but the other parts,
the same.
Yeah, it's like the same thing. Like people look down on like blue collar. That's the thing about Staten Island too. Like during the pandemic, people were like, "Oh, it was like it was a hot spot," and everyone's like, "Oh, they're fucking idiots. They don't know what to do." It's like, no, they're like nurses and cops. They can't stop going to work, and they're like, well, it's like. So I get defensive. It's really weird. It's like
but believe me, we
you get it.
You can call them animals.
Yeah, exactly. But
How
the
do you
other
feel
people.
when Pete Davidson does it?
We
That's
talked
fine.
about
Sometimes
this
I
the
think
last
he goes
time
too
Pete was
far.
on
Oh, my
here.
bad.
Actually,
My bad.
I mean, we could talk about it again, but yeah, because I've
my friends moved him. He was like, I have like 12 boxes. How much is that going to cost? They're like, I don't know, like 1,000.
yeah.
And then they got yeah, it's like $1,000. It's like $50 a box or whatever. You know what I mean? You got to take care of that. And he's like, all right. And then they,
Great.
yeah. So yeah, Pete Davidson. I think he's still on Staten Island, but he could talk shit. I mean, his dad died 9/11.
Yeah, that's what I kind of thought. But he goes super far. He's like, it's a fucking awful place. I hate it. But
He
then
still lives there.
He still
He lives there. Yeah. So it's
I think that right there that's why he can.
yeah.
I still like. I've talked about this a lot on the podcast. That there's part of me that like still I love still living in my hometown because I think that with my people they still hate so many things that I do and say.
Yeah.
But there is a little bit with them that's like. But I mean, goddamn, he still lives here and pays his fucking taxes. You know what I mean? So like, goddamn, what are you gonna do?
do one of those things.
Yeah, that's true. I pay my taxes. I wouldn't call what I do living. You know what I'm saying?
I bet it was the other way around with that hit too.
Yeah, no, I knew it was. That's why I was subverting expectations.
Whoa.
That's my new podcast on NPR. It's going to be coming out. Subverting Expectations with Corey Ryan Forster.
But I understand that Chickamauga's turning into it's getting gentrified.
Man, it's fucking wild, dude. Yeah, we like. I mean,
Can you gentrify a white ass place? If it's like a redneck place, can that be gentrified?
Yeah.
So
100%. But like,
so that's
think
what's
about
happening
Corey's
to
house.
them.
I don't think Corey's neighborhood can be gentrified.
But his neighborhood is right by DJ's neighborhood,
I
right?
know.
I mean, they're like you could throw a rock, and hit. So
that's how gentrification works, right?
I was about to say also if you've not been down there a lot, but if you really go down to where my parents live, their house literally is its own block.
Yep.
But the houses in front of it are. No, I'm not saying they're not nice, but like they definitely
leading
have.
up to it, but then past it's like the nice part of the downtown area.
Yeah,
and
but
you
I'm
get
saying,
But-
residentially wise, my parents' house is the fucking like the nicest place.
I
in
know
Chickamauga.
like
what I'm saying
we've
is you
covered this
cannot,
before.
I think by definition, gentrify a place where there's like nice shit.
Here's the
Well,
thing:
also because-
the businesses are coming back.
Because here's the thing, like I know we've talked about this before about the insane difference between. I've met you, found out where you're from, and knew the like statistics of Chickamauga, and it's like, oh yeah, it's like Salina, right? But then going there, when I first went there years ago, I remember being like, hell, this place is nice.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I was like, this ain't. What is this?
Right. Yeah.
Because I thought that all small, and it makes sense because it's right outside Chattanooga. There's
Yeah.
like money and proximity. Salina ain't close
old
to
money,
nothing.
right?
Salina ain't close to nothing.
yeah. There's that. There's like
So,
I would
it's
attribute. I would
different.
say there's one family that I know in Chickamauga that I would definitely go. Well,
But-
that's old money. I mean, there definitely is some other.
what
people.
chicken boy?
That's
That's the family?
He's not from Chickamauga though.
Oh, my bad.
But coincidentally, the girl he married is that family. Like
That's not much of a coincidence, actually.
Right? Yeah.
They'd be
What'd
like
you guys
that.
do on your first date? Well, it was on a yacht.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. But
yeah, I didn't know small southern towns that were like nice still existed, really. But
Yeah.
Chickamauga is one of them. So
Yeah,
now
and,
it's just like, oh, it's getting
I never
nicer.
I just never really even like because like the downtown area looks cool, but there up until very recently there wasn't anything there to do though. It's like, oh yeah, you can fucking walk around and look at where all the businesses used to be. The buildings are still very pretty, but
You
I would
do heroin.
You definitely could do heroin. Oh my god, heroin's so big right now.
Y'all got heroin and pills? Do they have Staten Island?
That's it. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, everybody's on pills and heroin. Yeah.
Did you ever get meth?
No, meth is it's not.
It's mostly
For the
us.
Juggalos.
Yeah, it's for the
Mostly us in the Midwest.
Yeah, it's for the,
All right, I was just curious.
yeah, no meth. I mean, in the clubs, people do it in like the clubs. Like it's
Meth?
actually fun. Well, that and like, also in like the club scene and like even like in the gay community. Like
Yeah, I remember
meth, you're like,
it hit for me when I found out that like people like Fergie and like Anderson Cooper, sure he's gay, he's done meth because of what we're saying. Like when I found out that in some clubs it was like a designer drug type thing, I was like, oh, hell yeah, we're
Well,
not just stupid.
if you
Anderson
make-
Cooper does not do fucking meth just because he's gay.
that's not what I heard.
From you 30 seconds ago. If you make meth not in a bathtub with batteries,
Yeah, it
and
is.
like it still can ravish your body. Don't get me wrong, but it's genuinely not as bad.
I mean, dude, it's just
It's kinda Adderall.
Fucking Adderall is
Yeah.
meth.
Right.
Yeah,
It's just like made better.
It's
they
the-
don't make Adderall in
Right.
bathtubs or Mountain Dew bottles or
Right.
whatever.
Well, and the
So it
battery
hits
acid,
harder.
you do need it. The battery acid really was a big problem.
yeah,
where
you're
I'm
not supposed
from.
to have that.
Uh-uh.
They put battery acid in meth.
Not in it, but you got to make it. I don't remember the details. My brother once told me like this, and then what you got to do right after that, son, you got to take it, and you need an acid.
I
of some
remember-
You know
sort.
how Coke is made? Gasoline's involved
Yeah.
at some
Sure
point.
That's
It's
why it
wild.
hits so hard.
I saw a fucking, but I'm saying like
You can
I
smell
did
it.
not.
Is that
I
what that
thought-
song's about?
There's coca leaves or whatever, and so
That ether.
I knew that they somehow turned that into a dust, a powder,
Yeah.
But I was like, I didn't realize it was all that it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a very, again, literally gasoline's part of it at one point. It's a whole process. Like it don't,
when we were
it don't seem all that safe, guys.
I think it was like my sophomore year. My sophomore year of my sophomore year of high school. It was one of them things where meth had been just tearing up the town and everybody was fucking doing it. So they had a like cop come talk to the football team.
Yeah,
That
we
never
had
works.
we had
No.
all that too.
Well, it's like during practice too. Like we're all having
Yeah.
to sit down in our pads, and this cop's going through this thing, and he's explaining
How to make it?
how to make it
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And he got
They used to do that.
I know all the time.
That's so funny
I
to
know.
think
Here's-
about.
Here's what you do.
Like,
They're
why
dumb.
would they do that?
'Cause they're fucking dumb.
Right. But yeah, that
But
was
what
like
was-
part of Dare.
what was hilarious-
they
It's
would
like, I got 20
teach
minutes to
you
fill.
how to make meth.
Yeah.
And bring drugs.
Well,
Our dare officer would just bring weed.
the funniest part about it was he was going through how to make meth, and he lists off all the ingredients, and then he's going to move on. And my fucking buddy Bubba goes, "You forgot red phosphorus," and he goes, "S and red phosphorus." Like he immediately
Yeah.
knew the deal, and yeah, I always.
We
fucking-
didn't have that with meth because, and this was true, I think it's probably true for y'all. So meth was generation above mine. It was like 4 or 5. I mean, my brother was on it. So like 5 years, that was a tail end. It's its own anti-drug. Meth goes away on its own in a small community for
Absolutely.
about 5 to 10 years. Part of the reason pills were so bad is you could be a functional pill head for a long
Yeah,
time.
right.
But we didn't have the meth thing. He just came by and talked to us about pills, and we already knew they were great.
They came during one of those. I don't think I've ever told you this, and this will hit for you. During one of those talks when the
Cop
cops
fell,
came by,
broke his leg.
I asked a question. I was like,
Wife
"So,
left him.
so is it true that if a cop asks you if they could search your vehicle, you can say no?" And the cop was like, "Well, yeah, if they're, if we don't have probable cause or whatever, we don't just have a right to search your vehicle or whatever." And dude, all these fucking redneck dudes were like, what? Hold on. What? And so I got to follow up. So I ain't got to just let y'all do that shit. You know, and this cop's up there just like, well, listen, we don't want to. And dude, the
Had a
fucking
constitutional
the
rights seminar in the middle of
principal's
July.
off like, hell I swear to God, the principal had to come in there and shut it all down because it caused such an uproar
See,
or
that's
whatever.
the
They were
patriotism
just
I'm
like,
talking about.
Yeah.
Get hype about the fucking
Right,
Fourth
this is
Amendment.
news to me.
God, that's fucking
No,
funny.
I gotta take a shit.
Speaking of
Yeah,
funny,
yeah, we
speaking
gotta-
of funny, we got to
gotta
go do
wrap it up.
shows in Raleigh and go to wellredcomedy.com, WELLRED comedy.com and get tickets. We'll be in Atlanta by the time you hear this podcast.
We'll be in
probably.
Minneapolis the 25th of September.
And then something
Washington,
DC.
D.C. 's coming up.
And then, hey, by the way, a little birdie told me, and by birdie I mean my manager who tells me stuff, said that a couple of the shows in December at Zany's are almost already sold out, which is insane and awesome. So does hit. But my point is,
Get 'em now.
Yeah, if you're thinking I'm just gonna wait till fucking day of to get Zany's tickets, that shit is not happening at all, and that's awesome.
I want to point out, unless you came to my show when I headlined at Zany's in June, thank you very much for doing that. You probably haven't seen any of us do stand-up longer than about 10 minutes because we've been doing those themed shows at Zany's. We're not doing it this year. Come to Zany's and hear the full-on WellRED show.
Hear the new act for the new normal in the new world. And then, of
We're all
course,
doing our
remember to
best.
check out my new podcast on NPR. What was it called?
Lowered expectations.
Subverting Expectations with me and Ira Glass's dog.
That's where Drew went with it. Lowered.
That was a Mad TV sketch. Is why
Lowered
that, yeah.
Expectations. Yeah. All right. Well, peace.
So you
Dude,
love
I thought you'd invented a character called Ira Glasses.
They're the